We in the building. You already know what time it is, man. It's 6, just 10 minutes after 6 o'clock, man. We here. Happy Thursday. Happy pre-weekend to everybody. Happy 3-day weekend to those in the school system that's got tomorrow off. I think it's one of those teacher work days or whatever. But who knows? They need an excuse to not have school, I guess. Anyway, we got a lot going in store for you as always. Myself, Just Do It, and Tiffany L are both on their way. You know, we live busy lives, so they kind of run them behind, but they gonna be here. And of course, we have an in-house guest. We got Nicole System stopping by because you know it's that money Thursdays. And then we have then we also have a fall guest calling from don't let me lie. I believe it's New York. But we'll see. That's kind of shame. We do my due diligence real quick. But in the meantime and in between time, we're going to keep you rolling on these beats, man. We got a lot of fresh stuff coming for you, a lot of heat this week. I got my homeboy, got a joint with Rick Ross. We're going to play later on. As a matter of fact, he's going to be my Who's Next track of the week. So we got that coming up. But in the meantime, we're going to roll with my homeboy. He sent this joint in, I think it was maybe like 2 weeks ago or something like that. And we're finally able to play it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna play him next, but we're gonna get into this Mr. Harris real quick first. Shout out to the homie, man, Cincinnati Stand Up. We're gonna get into the joint. It's called You Heard Me. Definitely a dope track, man. You check it out. By the time we come back, we got some more stuff for you, man. Y'all don't go nowhere. It's breaking ground, baby.
And even after I play basketball, they smell it. Nigga, we the same. We come up the same corner. We ain't had much. You understand what I'm saying? You just gotta hustle. Nigga, y'all go hard, man. You shouldn't play games, man. Niggas got it. I'm gonna get it. Trust me. I'm gonna get mine. I'm
who am I? I'm the GOAT. And you're not like shoes attack. I decided this is do or die. And I feel so alive. Heard you round. I feel bad for you. You told me this your life. Because I killed you on this first. Sister suicide. Think it's time to forget all my flaws and show them who you are. You a boss. Make an ass of myself and work it out. Oh my gosh. I ain't even know I had it, but I got it. I'm performing in my haters and my ex-beauty parties. My career's taking off. I'm about to dump. I heard you was taking shots at me and I'm just getting drunk. She said I'm skating up that ice, but if I score, who gives a puck? Now she asking if I feel shit like fingers in the butt. Don't recall being in love. Can't remember who to call. I ain't grow up on the block, but still got family posting up. Got your wife, you joined your love. She single with a solo cup. I speak my mind, I keep it blunt, and I'm about to roll it up. Listen, I don't think you heard me.
We in the fucking hustle, we in the grind. Everybody ain't 50 Cent, everybody ain't Puff, everybody ain't Jay-Z. You gotta stick with it, nigga. Grind with it, nigga. You gotta do your job. Whatever your record is, if I was a pro man, whatever record you give me, I'm gonna get played. Because my tongue gonna move that quick, I'm gonna get the shit done whether niggas like it, love it, hate it, whatever. Niggas ain't budgets. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't budgets.
She said she see us getting married. I don't like the way that look. I like your husband in the future. Best believe my mask is off. Same damn time I talk to real sisters. That's family ties. She just a 6, but I'm about to cross that Canada line. I never claimed where they raised me, lady. That's where they hate me, baby. More than 91 ahead of my time. 80s, baby. Losing my mind, but I come back and win. Don't say I'm crazy. Telling everyone that white lies, so you can't say I'm racist. I said some harsh things. I mean them all. If I could take them back, I would, just to repeat them all. I had some friends that did me wrong, the rest ain't see the fly. One day I traveled so much that it's an easy car. I'm not perfect, my name's Derek. I raised the bar, look at the bar. I'm a great parent, confidence sky high. About to get my money that tall. God, about to cash out like last car. I don't think you heard me.
You know, not only you're talking, you're rapping about these people. Your house is 10 times the size of they are. You know, that would make me dislike me if I was on the other side. So also I had haters out there. And it's always like that. Wherever you're from, you will get haters.
Look, if you sleeping on me, get buried in pajamas when I'm feeling so gifted. I'm living like I'm Santa, dog. I'm eating, you ain't shit. Fill up your toilet bowl with dinner. I already lost my mind. It's kind of hard to mind my manners. Got a slim chance. But I'ma try, cause a booty thick. She in front, I'm finna trailer like a movie clip. I break bread and make a sandwich out of booty meat. That's my baby, and my face is like a booster seat. She said I'm hung, I need to write a suicidal note. I'm with the team, trying to hit a lick, envelope. I live broke, dream rich, and I act wealthy. Side in a lane, don't know who's which till her ass melting. Drinks on me like the coffee table. Driven and I can't stop. I never seen parking spaces. Trying to beat the jacket, but I don't ride coattails. Way too many bars, I never post bail. I don't think you heard me. Like, I said, I don't think you heard me. Got out of my mind with this one. Just hit the highway, I'm bumping Lauryn Hill. I'm about to cure the game, I hope it wrote a will. Until my bank got perfect grammar, all I see is commas. Fuck a Grammy, just want a house for my sister, dad, and mama. Okay, a Grammy would be great too. It's for all the kids with decent grades that hate school. Once a homecoming king, the voters hate me fine. But Trump spreads, I see the voting is a waste of time. Said I'll make America great again. The way we treat each other got me questioning what greatness is. You see, trying to put the wall up. That's when we all jump. Fuck the wall, that's a wall nut. The system blows, trumpet. I don't think God is looking. And if he is, he gotta see this crooked. If I ever meet Clovis, I hope that Donald's ducking. Take her to a Trump hotel and grab a pussy. No hate from me, swear I love you all. We're all the team, but cops shoot us while families ball. Separations all got the same finish line. But if you mix them all up, see the rainbow's pretty. Can we stop fighting and admire that? I love a girl, but I'm too busy now to write her back. She said I changed, I couldn't blame her thinking. Bottled emotions, but I never been much of a drinker. When it's just me and you, never want to leave you. But I don't trust you as enough and I see other people. Too focused on what could have been. Trying to find receipts for all the time I shouldn't spend. Hey, I don't think you're worth it. I used to think you're perfect. You just want a man to buy you drinks and purses. You never here when I needed you the most. Too worried about likes you get on your newest post. Here I am thinking I wasn't angry. I wrote the song and all the words I used were uppercases. If love talks, you speak another language. I always pictured us together. Then I found out you drew another painting. You always said I didn't have a heart. It's ironic that the doctor told me mine's a large. But it beats, that's really all that matters. No one trying to spark an old flame, I'm out of matches. Got a spring in my step like I'm walking on a mattress. Thanking God another morning, see it, I'm bumping Lauryn Hill.
I said sorry. This is actually like part of the meeting. What we're just going to talk about is like how we like. That shit's annoying so much. Like,
that thing.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, the young kids love me. They love me. You know why they love me? They think like me. And even after I play basketball, they smell.
she what?
She still has that class.
Nigga, we the same. We go to the same corner.
I thought it ended at 5.
You understand what I'm saying? You just gotta push.
I thought you said it ended at 5, so she went.
Niggas got nothing to do. Trust me. Don't be blind.
I thought she did get in there by like 6.
Right.
Or 5:30. I wanted to, in my mind, I left footage time so I can stop and get some windy footage. I'm fucking starving right now. Damn, why? Why? However it works.
I talked to George and I was like, we might be all right. Just a heads up. We might be running the same thing.
Whatever record you give me, I'm gonna get played. If my tongue don't move that quick, I'm gonna get the shit done whether niggas like it, love it, hate it.
We're going to send an email.
Niggas
and sent you
She said it's getting married. I don't like the way that look like your husband.
the tuna thong? Sunday also the thong? I saw Nikki, so I wasn't sure.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad. I mean, like going less than 10, like because I talked to him too when he got off of work, like it was by Morse, and I was passing Morse, and that was 15 minutes ago. Since, like, I mean, from Morse to Cleveland Avenue, it was 15 minutes of me just, that's 2 exits. And I was literally like, hey everyone! And I'm trying to like pull my hair because there's like, well, for one, my hair needs to be redone. Tracks are falling out all over the place. 2 tracks fell out at school today. I just kind of was like, because the kids will be like, is that weave? Shut the fuck up. Everybody asks you. And then, oh, nosy ass bastard. Y'all know what the fuck weave is.
Don't wipe your ass, little child.
So that, and we made slime today. So it's in my hair, it's all over me.
You ain't shit, fill up your toilet bowl with dinner. I already lost my mind. It's kind of hard to mind my man. It's got a slim chance. But I'ma try, cause her booty thick. She a front, I'm finna trailer like a movie clip. I break bread and make a sandwich out of booty meat. That's my baby, and my face is like a boost to see. She said I'm hung, I need to write a suicide. I'm with the passport for why like my privilege, I live rich and I act wealthy.
It was admin 21 before, so it's an admin 22 or something.
I was alerted, but capital N. Everything else was
way too many bars, I never post bail. I don't think you heard me.
Because I put admin, WTMH admin, capital N, 22. That's what it should be, I thought. I'll try it again.
I done shit they never seen. The fuck do you mean? Blue strips on all the cheese. I want me some green. I had hoes all in my socks, my shirt and my jeans. Harlem nigga, but I always got that love for Queens. Put the bullshit to the side. On my mama, it's that time, my nigga. We ain't talking about moving forward. Never mind, my nigga. I'm timeless, nigga. Make it hard to find that nigga. I ain't trying to rap like Nas and I don't rhyme like Jigga. And they know that. They pop up every Thursday like a throwback. I did it for the culture where my looks at. Across the street, shit up in these labels, we control that. Bully out the jail, won't let them go back. Shooter, still throw that. Shit ain't been the same since I did the cover with Kodak. Did a verse for Asco. My uncle was a crackhead, ain't wanna believe he smoked that. Me and Pooch, but I love her.
Well, the butt is for me and your city. It was, I think it will be a lot of building on our part. He's like, we can do whatever we want. We can have other shows. We can charge them the money. We can take a fee. We can do all this. We can build every show up there. But we can build it. And I'm just like, maybe you got the time, but you know I ain't got the time. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, so, yeah. I mean, it sounds good. Like, he loves the idea. That's he loves it. Because he basically was like, we pretty much do whatever we want. I'll let you read everything you said, and we can even sit down and talk. I just think it'll be a lot of work on our part. Like, he's gonna help us, but like promotions, like like there's an app to get on here, and people be quickly like, we don't have any of that. Like that would be all stuff that we probably could do, but that would take time. So I mean, like as far as I just think right now with the popularity of our show in the sense of like we have the radio awards coming up, we have the app and all that stuff.
if and when it would have been like next year. I wasn't in the up and jump right now. Especially all the stuff going on. Actually, I'm kind of seeing what can be put in place.
I mean, we definitely could.
Imagine me talking to cops, wasn't always famous. Imagine me walking your block. I know how I feel to be real. No product smoker still buying soap. I remember never.
You got paper.
Because we right there up, huh?
You got paper.
Got the most to say, but still niggas broke.
Because we'll be right down to school, right?
Yeah. Like, it's like a 10-minute drive, yeah. I mean, that's only because there's so many lights on Main Street.
Right. Is it in that building I was in with them when we did the Photoshop? The same thing?
Yep.
Okay. So, let's see, I think.
Uh-oh. You have dead air? What are we doing?
Oh, shit. Because that might be good to have people over there giving them the opportunity to have their own show right after school.
Ooh, yeah, you're right.
We charge them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? We don't have to charge them like we get charged here, just so we make sure we don't lose them.
Right, true. He said
I don't want to do all that.
He said for us it would be only $25 an hour. So it would be $50 for the whole show. Yeah, I mean, assuming we kept the same hours and all that.
Yeah, I would do that at least at first. If we start making relevant, then maybe we can. Once a week. I think she might gave her pretty clear directions how to get up there. I know you probably get that tonight.
It was in the email thing, and
I didn't think so.
I don't know.
She has an issue, I'm sure she'll let somebody know. Breaking Ground Radio with local and mainstream collab, man. DJ Swmpthing, man. We back in this boy. In a little bit, you will hear who's next track of the week. Like I said earlier, it's the song "Pull Up." My guy Beanie Man with the not Beanie Man. My guy Beanie with a feature from Rick Ross.
Nice.
Definitely shout out to that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna be playing that here in a second. Best sexy voice you heard in the background, of course, no other than Tiffany L. What's up, Mom?
Hey.
How are you? How you doing?
I'm good. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday. Shout out to all the kids that got a 3-day weekend. Mine do. Do you guys do too?
Mine had a 4-day weekend.
Oh, it was on today too?
Chilled all day. Yeah, they gonna chill all day tomorrow. Yeah, they living life right now.
That's what's up. Man, mine got a 3-day, so I'm sure they plotting what they're gonna do in the AM. I'm be like, I don't care what you do as long as you don't wake me up. So we'll see how that works. But yeah, man. So I went yesterday to remember the old Scarlet and Gray?
Yes. What's it called now?
I forget something.
I thought they were demolishing it.
They did that internally.
Okay.
Yes, it definitely looks different. If you've never been to Scarlet and Gray, you would have thought the place that is it was always. They got an extra like an extra piece of a bar. I mean, it's nice. It's just an extended bar. Looks like they pulled out the stage and gave more room for like drums and electric pianos and all of that stuff. So, it's definitely cool. I went there to support, of course, the Sesh Game was performing. Rach, okay. Shout out to Rach. Shout out to Erin. She was one who kind of got me out the house last minute. I was like, you need to do something. You can't be stuck at home. She lived around the corner, so it's nothing for her to just pull up and honk the horn. So we did that, and that was cool. We only stayed about 2 hours, and then we was out. But for a Wednesday night, it wasn't bad. But what
was the event called?
Sauce Party. It was by a gentleman that I just met maybe last week, and I remember he was promoting it. I just didn't think my schedule was going to allow me to go, but I knew that Joff and them were going and performing. So, and to be honest, I kind of had to make a decision because the homie Spreeze over there, VA Visions, also performed at Rehab Tavern last night, and that looked to be cool too. So it looked like he had a great time. So shout out to him. So shout out to everybody that did their thing yesterday. So that was my kind of pre-radio show joint. Just Do It is in the building. Don't worry, what's up? What's happening?
Today is the last day of real estate
class. Did you pass? Or was there a pass?
Well, I passed the class, but okay. I gotta take the state and
when do you take the state test?
Beginning of November.
Oh, okay. So you got time to study all that good stuff.
Next week I'm gonna be
gonna be in it to win it, huh?
But it's over. So that's why I was like, guys, if you're gonna be late, you should be getting a better future.
Okay.
Don't just be late.
So
late because you're getting a better
she's
future.
late because she's getting a better future by going to class.
I'm like, is that a shot to you? To
he's like, I don't know what's happening.
Right. I was a little, but now that you said yes, I hear you. Yes.
And I have,
tardiness should be worth it for sure.
It should be. I have lots to talk about. So for Friday, tomorrow's a big day.
Tomorrow is a big day. I saw that over that. Was that Tracy Tree? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a lot in store for this show, man. We're kind of going to be, if everything pans out the way it should, we'll be busy getting in actually in the next few minutes. Because we're waiting on, you never seen that? No. That's Philip Buford's magazine, Unplugged.
Oh.
He's got a show here that he teaches at the school, and that's been his magazine for as long as I know him. I'm not sure how long he's had it out. I'm sure it's been a hot minute.
This is good quality paper.
Yeah, he does his thing. You silly, right? But yeah, we have Nicole Simpson. For those who were wondering, she was not fired. She is still here.
She get on my nerves.
Rocking with us, yeah, man. She's dope. So she'll be here, of course, doing the Money Moves thing. We got another Nicole who is an artist. I saw a little bit of her work, and it looks like she does great stuff. So I'm interested to hear more about her. And then we have a phone interview that's going to be topping it off. I believe from Atlanta by way of New York, or it's New York by way of Atlanta. It's one of the two. And she has a Black Enterprise award show that's going to be coming up that I really want to talk about because she's kind of opening the doors for a lot of younger entrepreneurs and those who are in the independent underground game. So definitely kudos to her, that man. So looking forward to hear more info on that. But in the meantime, we'll get into our Who's Next track. The song is called Pull Up. It's featuring Rick Ross out the MIA, Maybach Music Stand Up. The homie's called Beanie Man. Y'all check this out, man. Let me know what y'all think. It's Who's Next? Breaking Ground Radio. So y'all be like a test or practice exam?
That's next Saturday. Where like you do the mock exam, and then it's a whole day. So I was going to take it this Saturday, but I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Like I've been sitting in the class for 3 weeks straight. I'm not about to, and I'm gonna be at Taste of Trinity, and then I have stuff going on Saturday night, so I can't be up. Yeah, I can't. The class is from 8:30 to 6:30. Like you take a practice exam, then you go over every single question, then you study, like
all day affair.
No, I gotta do that next week. So next week I said I'm gonna pretend like it's another week of class, reminding me that I'm gonna be basically at home. So like I'll get up same time, go work out, and go study until the same time.
I like that. Put it in.
Yeah, because that then no worries next.
That's really easy, yo. That's really easy. When I was working checking the cash, we was making them like over a day. It's not hard.
No, it's not. It's not at all. You can actually like take a class and then take a test in 10 days, and you got it.
Ain't a damn thing funny. Pull up on a nigga, hit his ass in the tummy. With a tummy, and then hold 100. Pull up, my nigga, you know we don't play. FaceTime fuck niggas right there. I be the nigga that's smoking the game and rolling around with the K. Ripping and sticking, I'm making a move. Nobody move, niggas get blues. I'm blowing a fuse and letting them loose. Them 762s is coming for you. I tryna make a million ticket, yeah. A nigga gon' get that dough. Nigga, shift it, and it, get it. Spraying out the window, bulldog 4-4. From the get-go. It's Nintendo, make a short nigga get low. No pretendo. Acting like you will, but you won't. We'll pull a kick though. Peel a nigga face out.
Yo, what's good, man? Shout out at RENNIT_DSP. That's his Instagram, man. The song is called Pull Up. Featuring Rick Ross, Dade County, Southside, Miami, stand up. We get on Breaking Ground Radio. DJ Swmpthing, Tiffany L, just do it, bumping the new ish. Let's go. Breaking Ground Radio, you know, spot with local mainstream collabs, man. DJ Swmpthing, shout out to the homie Rennie again. I apologize on the name, big bro. We here, man. The song is called Pull Up, featuring the homeboy Rick Ross out of the South Side, man. Miami-Dade, stand up. What's good? 305 receive. It's Breaking Ground Radio, man. We in the 614 up north. That's how we doing things, man. Just do it. Tiffany L in the building. We rocking, man. Just what you doing? You was on the phone, man.
Yeah, I was just.
I'm saying.
You know, I move. I do a whole lot. I'm a multitasker. I do 5 things at once. That's my name because I just do it.
You just do it. Is that what's going on?
I do. Okay. I multitask. I listen. I talk.
So with all the guests, the surprise guests with Nicole, because she, as much as we love her, she wasn't scheduled. But I know we're still waiting on the first Nicole.
She'll be here in like 5 minutes, she said.
Okay.
She messaged me about 10 minutes ago.
Okay. We'll probably run into the other 2, so I won't be surprised if the phone rings.
Okay.
When she's either here or getting ready to spit. And of course, we don't want to disrespect any of our guests. We want to make sure they all get their proper time they need. So what I'm thinking, and Jess and Tiff, you let me know if this is okay. If my 6:45 calls on time, we roll with that person, get that taken together. By that time, either one or both Nicoles will be here settled, and we can just run them through the hour.
Sounds good.
I mean, not even really take a break. We'll just make sure everybody gets the amount of time that they deserve.
Yes.
Traffic be killing us a little bit, you know, with us having the show at the time that we have and all of us traveling. Sometimes the traffic kind of knocks things in reverse versus forward, but we're going to rock with it. We're going to make things happen. We're going to do what we do.
Always.
And yeah. And that's
that's
how we're going to
Want to talk about Black Friday a little bit?
Go ahead.
Okay. So you guys, if you don't know, every third Friday is Black Friday in Columbus. Do you know what that means?
I don't.
Mm-mm.
Please fill me in.
Enlighten us.
Well, that means you guys can come out to Taste of Trinity, 2600 South Hamilton Road, and have a once a month experience with over 15 Black vendors.
This is your event?
This
and you do this once a month, every month?
Once a month is something that Octavia and I started over at If You Ask Me 614, just to, you know, get the Black market in Columbus going. I mean, yeah, there's tons of, everybody's mama sells something. I mean, don't get it, you know. But why not do it together? Because we're better together, right?
We are better together.
So this event has been backed by the African American Male Wellness Walk, Franklin County Auditor Mingo. It's a pretty dope event.
Sounds dope.
Yeah, it's fun. So this month we started back. We haven't done it since July. So we're back. It's been over a year. I have 14 vendors already signed up as of today. Tomorrow it's going to be 3 add-ons, walk-ins. So I like to just, you know, let them slide through.
Right.
So I'm really excited about Blayton's coming.
Are they setting up?
Oh, they're setting
nice.
up. They're setting up.
Yeah.
So you got to come get you a Blayton shirt. Like $10 hollers. You can't go wrong. Pre-order your DJ Swmpthing Breaking Ground Radio shirts there.
Yes. Thanks for the plug. I wouldn't even think of that.
You know,
so much not a apparel person, but we're gonna make it happen.
Oh, we're gonna make it happen.
That's what's up.
We have Just Candles and Some. She is an amazing candle woman. Like if you need,
some, so like she.
Yeah, just throw Bath and Body Works out the window. It's hard, right? Because they have sales,
right?
But her prices are already just Bath and Body Works sale prices. So just, you know. She has everything. She even has like wax melts. It's dope. She's amazing.
Okay.
We have Dominique. She's coming in. She's selling her art. She's actually transitioning over to be a comedian right now. She started off as like an artist, kind of. It's like a little free art, you know. So, you know what is it? That's what they call it, right? Free art, right? Yeah. So really dope. Independent. Yeah. So she's trying to get rid of the last of her art. She's really amazing. We have Quee's Sweet Tea.
That's cool.
She uses no added sugar.
I know. But it's good.
Have you had it?
No, but I know it's good. I've heard good things.
Oh my goodness. It's life-changing. Like I order 3 gallons a month from her. She just knows to pull up and just drop off my pineapple, my passion fruit,
I've heard
and my peach. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Goes really well with any type of liquor that you like. If you want to drink with me, Patron. We have Miss Ash of All Trades. She does personal items. So you can come get, she's actually for this month specializing in 420 items. So she has rolling trays, she has jars, she has ashtrays, all that type of fun stuff. Curvy Boutique. We have a photo booth coming. Visionary Hustle, some It Works. Sweet Peas Cakery. She does all different types of sweet treats. I heard there might be some happy treats there. I'm not sure. If I was you, I just pull up.
Right.
Yeah, I trap teas. So it's gonna be really dope.
Cool.
So make sure again it's from 5 to 9.
I didn't know you did that. I know you mentioned it once before. I didn't realize it was every month though.
Yeah, I told you. That's why I'm always on my phone. I'm always like, I look so non-engaged, but I'm so fully here. I just do so much and I have so much going on that, you know, you gotta keep it going.
Yeah, you do. You definitely do. Well, yeah. So what's the
5 to 9 p.m. at Taste of Trinity? This is 2600 South Hamilton Road. It's the old Olive Garden on Hamilton, across from East Mall.
Did you say if there was a door fee?
Oh, it's free, baby. I'm not gonna charge y'all to come in and spend your money.
Free $99.
Come spend your money. Come get some wings. We got 50-cent wings. Drink special $3 shots. You can bring your kids.
We can go in there and get turned for real.
You can get turned.
Don't bring your baby at the same time, please.
Right.
Oh no, some of the vendors bring their baby.
No, I'm saying he said come in there and get turned, and then I said, but don't bring your baby at the same time.
You're gonna get turned.
Please,
nobody's gonna judge you. We're all
baby hanging from a chandelier.
I need you to be a better parent.
You on your
right, like please and thanks.
It's okay.
Make a decision. You gonna make it a family event or you gonna hang out.
But that's cool though. And I'm
Black people, let's be better, please.
You have liquor at the cookout.
It's
First of all, we're not talking about no alleged cookout.
This is a cookout. This is family. This is Columbus Black vendors. We are a family.
Okay.
Everybody trying to get their money.
How long you been doing this now?
Over a year.
It's been over a year.
Since July of last year.
Okay.
July was our first one. And we did a big celebration in July with bounce houses, free food. The Franklin County Auditor, Clarence Mingo, came out, spoke. Of course, African American Male Wellness Walk. They've always been very supportive. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, it really is. Like, for real. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to get into the homegirl jig from Cleveland with the Money Guru. While we doing that, we'll probably have a phone call calling, so we'll get ready for that. And we also got our first guest of the evening in the building.
Yes, so Mr. Colbert. We are very excited about that.
Yes, so we will get her proper introduction here after this joint, and we're going to go from there. Break it down right here. Let's go.
How are you? After you spent 12 hours in traffic, I'm so sorry.
I hate traffic. I don't understand it. Nice to meet you. It doesn't make sense in my mind.
Like, how can everybody be going to the same place at the same time? I don't understand that. Slowly. Like that.
Even when I got off the exit and I'm finally here, no BS. All I had to do was take a right on red and come on in, and there was 2 cars in front of me, and there was 2 dudes just foolishly walking across, what is that, Moore? What road is that? Like, chilling, like, one dude threw something, other dude, like, I'm like, niggas don't go right now. Like, get your ass across the street before
I had to come from Broad and Roseburg to Albany Road.
Oh, me too, that's where I came from.
There was an accident in between Broad and going towards Easton, his car.
That must have been it, because I was smooth sailing until I got to Easton, and I was like, what in the hell? Yeah. Why is this taking an exorbitant amount of time?
I was like, let me get off, hit the street, blah, 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 and then hit the street. I'm like, this is what I do?
Right.
Like, I'm in the house all day, so.
You know what I'm saying?
This is exactly why I don't come out the house.
Exactly why I don't come out the house. Right. I was like,
and it's cold.
Yeah, but it's like, my daughter goes to school in Chicago, so I understand traffic for real. Here, it doesn't make sense in my mind. Right. This is not for real traffic. Like, we are not a big city for real.
The only reason why I always say that there's some garbage traffic is because they're always doing something to the roads out here.
Yes,
but other than that,
it's dumb. Like, it's dumb.
It's
dumb. Like, it just doesn't make sense in my mind.
I'm DJ Swmpthing.
You sound such a
I'm Jess.
And I'm Tiffany officially.
It doesn't make sense in my mind. I'm just so unappreciative.
Well, understand that is my battle each and every Thursday, because I live in Reynoldsburg.
Yeah.
And my daughter's volunteer at the library at 5 o'clock. And so I dropped it. Oh, they're so cute. And then I dropped them off, and I come straight here. And it literally takes me until 5:45 normally. But today, I showed up at 6:05. My show started 5 minutes ago. And I was still in the car like, I'm coming, I promise. I was like, I sure would love to beat my guest there. It's pretty unprofessional that she makes it there before me. And I'm just like, oh, hello.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah. Mad ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. What happened to the instructor? Oh, so
do you want to inbox that person and see if they're calling on time? Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. But I was going to say, because once we start, I'm not going to, I don't want to be rude, so I don't want to.
No.
You know what I mean?
You did.
Well, if they call, I'll call them back or whatever or something.
Okay, so do you want to do the phone call first? Since we're
ready here, we'll start this.
Okay.
A few seconds left on this.
Oh, my favorite part is the money grew cold part.
But he just said like a stripper. I'm like, okay.
First of all, thank you so much. This is not my favorite song. Y'all know how you feel about this.
Breaking Around Radio with local mainstream collab. We back, DJ Swmpthing, and we back in the building, man. We here at WTMHradio.com. Of course, we are live on your YouTube channel at Breaking Ground Radio. We have our first guest already in the building, so we're gonna rock with her. Tiffany, go ahead with the intro.
All right, we have Miss Nicole Burton in the building, and she does wearable art called Kinks by Nikki, and we are very excited to have her. She's been doing African American art for over 20 years, and so we are very excited to hear more about how she has stayed in the business and the game for that long amount of time and successfully, I imagine, and what steps she can suggest for other people who would like to step out of the 9-to-5 realm and, you know, give props to their actual natural talents and be entrepreneurs. Absolutely. So welcome.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it for sure.
Thank you.
You know, so just kind of like Tiffany said, just give us a brief overview of who we are blessed to have in our presence.
So I'm Nicole. People know me by Nikki. I am a mother of 3 adult children, and I have 1 grandson. I'm a self-taught artist, and I also have 23 years experience working in early childhood education.
Oh, no.
Oh my. Wow.
Yes. No degree, but I can probably teach you a guidance and discipline lesson that a book couldn't teach you.
You said no degree?
No degree.
No.
No, but I did that, and I went to school, and I raised my kids, and I did my business, all of that at the same time.
Gotcha.
So 3 years in January, it'll be 3 years that I jumped from my job, and I literally jumped. Yeah.
So what was like the last straw? You know, where he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this jump.
So 5 years ago, I got hit by a car walking across the street, and prior to that, for probably a whole year, I kept saying all I want to do is be at home doing my art. Literally kept saying it. Go to school at Columbus State, watch 2 videos of people getting hit by cars. And it was the bystander effect. When somebody thinks somebody else did something, that night, I go home, I leave back out, have to go get my girls from school. Somebody took my parking space, so I had to find a different one. Literally, going home, lady runs the stop sign and hits me as I'm crossing the street. So, God granted what I wanted, but I didn't see it being that way.
Right?
Yeah.
Of course not.
So I couldn't walk. Was home for 3 months. So all I could do was my art. Literally, all I could do was my art. And everything that was inside of me came out of me because I had nothing but time.
Right.
So didn't miss any bills. Didn't do, none of that. All of that was covered because everybody that came over spent no less than $100.
Wow.
Period.
Wow.
So I go back to work, even though I knew what it looked like. Go back to work. So 2 years later, I had to have a hysterectomy. So in that whole process, while I'm gone, they changed my position to a floater. Text my boss, text her husband. I was like, oh, heard y'all, because they didn't tell me.
Right.
Somebody else told me. So I was like, oh, that's whack. Boo.
Right.
And so I was like, well, I'm gonna go back. I was like that football player was like, I'm just here so I wouldn't get fined. So I was there for the benefits.
Right.
Literally there for the benefits.
Right.
So I got tired of getting sick on my way to work. And then I got sick of them asking me to do the job I was doing previously. No more pay. My husband got tired of me complaining because I was newly married. And I said, so
I'm going to give them an ultimatum. More pay or I'm out. The whole month of December, I did not see my boss or her husband for 30 days.
What? Well, where were they?
When I was at work, they weren't, and vice versa. All right, cool. I see them. They don't have my answer. Great. Hey, I need you to type up 3 letters. They were like, well, where are you going? I'm going home. I ain't have no savings, no nothing. But I knew that I know how to get a job. I need to know if this art is going to be able to sustain me. If it doesn't, I know how to go get a job. That's nothing. So I jumped. So my husband was like, oh, maybe you should do something part-time, something. And I was like, I mean, I tried that too. But I'm like, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to do this full time. It's time. I'm 48. I've given people plenty of my time in my years to do them. Their dreams. It's my time.
Can we just clap for a 48 looking sexy?
Right.
Thank you.
You know what they say.
I was like,
I was side eyeing that whole
When
I get home, I'm gonna put them on with that.
Yeah. So, when I jumped, I mean, it was scary. It was real scary. So February came, and I was like, oh, February looked like I didn't miss a check or 2. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, cool. But March and April came, and I was like, ooh, did I make the right decision? It's looking a little, like little suspect right now.
Right.
But then May, June, July, those years came. It's always better for me the end of the year. So, people, they get the Christmas ornaments, all the Christmas stuff comes. So it's cool. And then, that first quarter comes again.
Right. Now everybody trying not to spend money.
Yeah, but that the next year, it wasn't like that. It was steady. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then spring comes, my friends are like, well, why don't you do paint parties? What is that? I don't know what a paint party is. So, Google is a tool.
Yes, it is.
Big tool. Huge tool.
Some people don't use it though.
That's crazy.
They don't use it. So I Google, paint set, paint party.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Huge.
Like, oh, okay, well, I talk kids. Adults are big kids. I can do that. So, I did a big ask, and I put it out there like, hey, who has a venue that I can use to, do these paint parties? But mine were going to be different. So I came up with a name, Refurbished, and they were a custom paint party. So I want you to be able to hang up the painting at your home, your office, whatever.
Right.
So the first one, I didn't have easels. I gave everybody every color paint until I started seeing like they're asking for specific colors. Oh, so this is money going in the trash. Duly noted. Don't pour paint until they ask me or tell me what colors they want. Okay, Nikki, you need to get some easels. So, it kept going. And so it'll be 3 years for paint parties in April. But now I provide a mobile paint party service. So I go to people's homes or churches or wherever.
And speaking of that, you just had an event recently, which is actually what drew my attention to your Facebook originally. And then I realized that I already not knew you, but like had an experience with you, and I have some earrings that I was like super proud. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to see her so I can be like, look, see, you sold me these. I was really excited about them.
Yes, so I do. So me and a DJ have collaborated, and we do I Love the 90s paint and sip. So it's based solely around the 90s.
Yeah.
So we have an event next Friday, which is actually sold out. We opened it back up, and yeah, it's now sold out. People are still trying to get in. But it's the Halloween edition. So the first one was strictly I Love the 90s paint and sip.
Right.
And so because I don't copy other people's artwork, coming up with the ideas literally like almost stresses me out because I feel like I'm extra. So I give people options instead of just one. So we did album covers. So I did Wu-Tang, I did A Tribe Called Quest, and I did TLC.
So
awesome.
why are we all so sad that we can't get into the
I know.
So like,
really?
and what's funny is I've seen the I Love 90s paint set parties before, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna take a Friday off so I can go because I normally work on Friday evenings, and I was like, ooh yeah, I'm doing that. And then every time I click on it, they're sold out, and I'm like, damn, how can I find out about these early enough?
Yeah.
And now I got the plug.
Yes.
Okay.
So this one, the second one was East Coast versus West Coast. So then I came up with 2 different paintings, one for the East Coast, one for the West Coast.
Did you do Biggie and Tupac?
I was going to do that. It's easy for me. Adults don't have a lot of confidence in themselves artistically.
Even with the drinks?
That gets worse.
Oh, okay. I would think that would make them feel better.
The drinks and paint, their painting will be really, really nice. And because they see the paint, they still want to add stuff. And then they're like, I messed up. You did, because you should have stopped. When you were done, you just had to add, don't add nothing else. Put the brush down. Like I almost want to go around and just take the brush so that they can't. You're done. I'm going to go ahead and take that. So this one is the Halloween edition. And so my painting that I came up with is Homie the Clown.
Okay.
Because it's still based around the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't play that.
So, you know, some people are trying to give me a little bit of flack about my painting and, you know, this, that, or the third. But my paint parties are you can paint what you want to paint.
Right.
Ask for the color paint that you want. Hey, have at it. Do this, do that. Do what you do.
That should be.
It's not, I'm not up there instructing you to, this one is like 74 people. So if you want to paint a pumpkin, paint a pumpkin. If that's what you want to do, you want to paint something bloody, that's you. I just don't do the gory. That's not my thing. But I'm all about the theme.
Right.
And Homie did not play that for real. Yeah.
Now, so when you do your paint tips, do you like, okay, I'm making the face. Do they sketch it first, or is it just full on paint?
Well, some people are surprised when they walk in and it's literally a blank canvas. And I'm like, this is how I paint at home. I'm not sketching. It's 74 people. So if it's our first paint party sold out, it was 70 people. I don't know who was painting what. I don't know who's painting Wu-Tang. What I will do is cut out my own stencils.
Okay.
I'm a freehand. I don't do stencils, but I know that's what people like to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I cut out my own stencils and people can trace those.
Okay.
And fill in.
Okay.
They can do it that way. Homie the Clown, I could possibly walk everybody through it. And it's a costume contest as well. So
sounds so fun.
Yes, my costume is gonna be so me, and I'm looking to win.
Go ahead, child.
I'm glad she said she looking to win her own contest.
My own contest. So no, but the next one is it's not even out there, but I'm gonna just go ahead and give y'all the early.
Please.
It's December the 15th.
Okay.
And it's the ugly Christmas sweater edition.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta have the ugly Christmas.
Gotta have it. You have to.
Yeah, you can't go through the holidays without it.
But we're already planning. We're already into 2019, so we're in March.
Super dope.
Okay.
Planning them, so
That's
they will
awesome.
be monthly except for next month.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, that's a Saturday too.
Yes, it's a
Yeah,
Saturday.
it's 15th.
Yeah, most of them have been on a Saturday. This one, so me and him, our schedules have to meet.
Mm-hmm.
So once our schedules meet, that's the day that we book.
And what DJ do you work with?
Elijah Edwards. Bangers.
Yes,
Oh,
DJ Bangers. Yeah, we know him.
I did a silent party with him in
Yes.
B Square.
Yep.
Yeah. No. It was him and Damo. DJ
Okay.
Damo. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that who that was?
In the middle.
Warlane. That
You didn't know?
was Red.
I believe he was right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's funny.
Because I was left, Damo in the middle.
Yeah.
Right,
That's dope. Yes, if you've ever had an opportunity to go to a silent party, you should definitely enjoy that. You would enjoy that.
Oh, I would enjoy it because I'm an introvert.
Okay.
And so I go to the redo.
Oh, I know you go to the redo.
Oh, that's my thing, honey.
Yes.
I don't miss. And if it's whack, I let all the DJs know. Like,
oh yeah, I'm sure everybody's too. That's how it stays the way it does.
Yeah, because I'm like, listen here.
People get that feedback. So
There's no blends, no mixes. Like, I literally can do what they just did. I can put on record and be like, oh, the crowd is up to it, and I'm gonna just do. No, because we have redo snobs, and I'm one of them. So if you I'm gonna need you to mix, blend, all of that.
I like it.
Mash it up.
I like it.
Let me hear what the next. Like, oh yeah, that's
bringing the dope transition.
Yeah, transition.
That's key. That is always key. Here. You will make or break an audience with a bad good transition.
Or a 2-minute drill for like a whole hour.
Yeah. You don't like the one verse and change type joint? Like the one verse and then
no, because once I'm into it and then
you at least get to the second verse. At least.
Yeah. At least. Like, did you cut?
Right in the middle.
Right when it was getting to the hook.
Right
when I was about to be like,
the whole dance floor was like,
and then here comes the switch. But so let me ask you, this is interesting. Can you as a fan, as someone listening, can you do that with just a beat change but keep the same lyrics everybody was anticipating? Wouldn't that make it more enjoyable? Because you weren't expecting a beat change, but you keep the lyrics. You still got the same lyrics going.
So that's like somebody playing the wobble, and then you put in a Michael Jackson song or something. As long as you can still do the wobble to that song or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Go with it. Go with it.
DJ Nikki over here.
Listen. In my mind, I am a DJ. And I will give one a hard time because my face, I have a hard time hiding my emotions and my feelings. And I don't have hair.
What the hell is this doing? Shout out everybody. Oh, Sharp,
you better get your shit together because
he got an earful last month. He
no.
He wasn't spinning, but he got an earful for the other ones. I was like, listen here, bro, what's going on?
Right.
Was it Rich Nice who wasn't there? It wasn't Rich either? No.
That's what it was. The starting 5 wasn't out there.
Listen, they'll be there on Sunday, and I will be there.
Is it this weekend?
Yeah.
I haven't been in a while.
That's like literally my once a month like outing.
Yeah, gotta do that.
Because our outing is like work for me because I have to work. I got poor pain. And yeah.
I'm trying to be. I don't even know what y'all talking about.
We gotta go.
Why have you never been to the reading? Miss Joy, whoa, just do it.
I don't want to talk about it.
She's old enough to have been to.
Okay, so my daughter she just turned 21, the baby.
Oh,
and she's been going for 3 years.
Where is it at?
It's
and I've never been.
Yes, like on the Sundays from 5 to 9.
In the back.
And it jams. And people dance their asses off.
So it's like this Sunday.
It's
like
this Sunday.
No
it's free.
It's
you have no reason why not to be there. It's free until 7. And then it's $5. They got $5 pizzas that are.
Yes, they are. And $3 Jameson.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to get your life.
Okay. Yeah, Miss, just do it, Miss Local. Miss Local. I mean, her whole role on this show is to know what's going on.
Oh, so did you do the thing at Exquisite? The local.
I know what you're talking about.
They did a local pop-up shop or something.
Yeah, that was Diggy in them, I think.
Yeah. And
I did one at Taste the Trini.
And
y'all did the one that y'all charged.
And Tisa was there too.
Oh, at Taste the Trini?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna talk about that because I need feedback. It's me. It's I'm by myself.
I'm gonna go close up on her face. She don't look pleased, black people. All right, we're gonna go ahead and. I know I love her so much. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and transition. How do you decide what events that you like to be a vendor at? If there is, if you get asked, do you go, oh yes, I'd love to be everywhere in JFAs, because all publicity is no good. Okay, so then let's talk about that.
Okay, so Columbus has some good events. The all events, and I say it all the time. I go on my rants on Facebook. Every event does not need vendors. And so if it's a vendor event, you don't need to charge people at the door because that's charging people to come and shop. You know what I'm saying? So for me, my stuff is kind of on a higher end scale, and that's cool. So I know every vendor event is a risk. You risk not making your money back.
Right.
Period.
Right.
I don't care what event it is.
True.
That's just, it just comes with the game. So I've been kicked out of groups and Messenger because I ask questions. You know, I say, hey, I see that you've been pushing your event for about a month or two with this whole flyer, but I don't see not any vendors listed, and now you're asking for vendors to come in. Are you going to redo the flyer? Or you need the vendors to cover what you don't have the money to pay for right now? I won't be an afterthought.
Right.
Because I can post my stuff on Facebook and have my own vendor
right.
Go live. Like I need people to understand that part with the whole vendor thing. There are certain events that I have done for years that I'm like pretty much a staple. People know that I'm going to be there. They're going to later like, what are you having? What are you going to bring? So 2019, I will be doing less vendor events because I've done some this year where my time is more valuable. My time is
because it's not promoted well, or because
promotion is a part of it. If I push it more than you pushing it and it's your event, I have a problem with you.
Right. Right.
And I'm gonna say something.
Understood.
Yes. Because my time.
I think that's
it's my time and it's my money. If I'm not gonna make my vendor feedback, I have a problem. At least make it worth my while. But I lose sleep sometimes making stuff because I still have orders to fill. I still have to create inventory. All of my stuff is hand painted. I have some things that I have mass produced and I have a silk screener, but I still got to place those orders and I still got to go pick it up and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. So
ain't nobody got time for that pretty much.
Listen, I don't, and I speak for me a lot. And I was the angry black girl at my job because I spoke my mind. And when it just doesn't make sense in my mind, that's my thing. If it doesn't make sense in my mind, I'm asking questions. And if you're mad because I'm asking questions, then I don't want to be a part of your event.
Right. You should always expect questions.
Yeah, like if I'm asking you how early can I get in to set up and you're saying, oh, you can only get in an hour before. So that literally means I have to think about how many trips it's going to take me from my car. So I have to include that in my setup time.
Travel time, yeah.
That's travel, setup. You want me to be ready by this time, but you're only giving us a half hour to get in there. That's 15 minutes, technically, because it's going to take me 3 trips to get the stuff in the car. So I'm going to need you to do better.
Yeah, you need at least at the minimum, at least an hour and a half.
At least an hour and a half or an hour and 15 minutes.
Right, at minimum.
Ask the venue, can I get an extra 15 minutes so they can at least get their stuff in?
Right. Right. Nobody's saying you got to open the doors, but I'm working. So I need to get in there and get access.
Yep.
Yeah, and you want it to look professional. You don't want it to look thrown together because it's their event.
Yeah, and not tacky. And vendors. I have offered to assist vendors, and I normally do unsolicited. About their tables. Nobody wants to keep looking down. Crates. Get you some crates. Go up. Eye level is bi level. Period. I'm old school. I've been in the game for a long time. I used to work retail. Eye level is bi level. If it looks appealing, people are going to come to your table. Oh my God, what she got? I want to see what she got. What's she doing over there?
Right.
Nobody has time to keep looking down at your table at your stuff.
Right. We don't walk right past it.
Yeah. Get it together. If you got to go once a week or do something every paycheck if you still work to make your display look presentable.
Right.
Invest in tablecloths, not plastic ones. If it's material,
well, just invest in yourself in general.
If you're
trying to present yourself as somebody reputable and you want people to buy into you,
Yep.
you have to give them something to buy into.
Yep.
And absolutely. I hate going to events that look slapped together.
And you can always tell.
Yeah,
You
I don't know
always
if this
tell.
was the day for me
Right.
to come out today.
Right.
Yeah.
So real quick, you also spoke on what I loved. It was like a quote, and I don't want to mess it up, that you said in your bio, kind of something to the effect of your advice for entrepreneurs: if it doesn't exist, create it. I absolutely love that. Why is that something that's so deep for you?
I created a lane for what people are able to do right now. So nobody was painting on clothes, for the most part, that I know of 20 plus years ago, especially Black people. So, my daughter was cheering for a squad, and they wanted us to go to Limited 2 and get these cheerleading outfits. So I'm in the store, I'm walking around, and I'm like, what cheerleading outfit do they want me to get? Because this has a white girl on it, and my daughter is dark skinned with Afro puffs. They clearly couldn't be talking about this one. Call my cousin, like, hey, I know you're not talking about this cheerleading outfit with this white girl on it. And she's like, yeah. Oh, okay. I bought it. But when she showed up, hers was the Black girl with Afro puffs, because we wasn't doing that. I don't have that to do. Not at all. I had to go through that in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? So my grandmother made sure I had the Black Barbies and all of that. We had underoos back in my day. Or Wonder Woman was the only superhero at that time. There were no, or Oh Mighty Isis, she was Black, but they didn't want to present her that way. That's neither here nor there. But that's what I started doing. So I would make stuff for myself, and I would wear it to church. And somebody stopped me and was like, where did you get that from? Oh, I made it last night. He was like, where? At home. I was bored. Didn't have a car, had 2 kids. Really couldn't get to a mall or shopping, so I would just make my stuff. So she was like, well, we have a Black Business Expo. I would love for you to participate in it. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'll get ready for it. And it went well. And she actually owns the first t-shirt that I ever painted.
That's awesome.
And it still looks the way it does.
Right.
So I literally was doing custom work back then, and I still do custom work.
That's dope.
That's super dope.
20 years ago.
20
years ago.
Right.
Yeah. Now everybody, I'm like, no, who am I going to give my coat to this year to paint on? You did that.
Well, now you know. Now you know who to give it to. That's it.
So I just tell people, because everybody sees, I get inboxes, can you teach me how to do a paint party? What? Do you paint? So I flip questions back on people. They're like, well, what kind of paint do you use? What kind of paint are you currently using? My intellectual property costs money.
Yes.
I'm not freely giving you anything. And some stuff you can't pay for. Like all my stuff is not for sale.
Right, that's true.
So people have inboxed me, hey, can you tell me what kind of paint you're using? Hey, can you tell me, can you teach me how to do a paint party? Do you paint or do you teach? Like, if you don't do either one of those, no.
Well, I'm willing to pay you. Don't paint though.
Right. If you can't even draw,
right,
let alone paint.
Right. What do you teach?
I want to hang out with you so bad. Right? I'm like, she's my new best friend. Watch me be in the reading like, this is my new friend.
Because people see, like, they count. So I'll post like, oh my God, this is my biggest paint party so far. So the first one was 52. That was parent and child. So people saw that. The next one was 64. So now you're in my pocket.
Oh yeah.
You count dollars and you're like, oh,
I want to do that. And because paint and sips have become so popular, everybody wants to try to duplicate, the idea without having the talent or anything else. But I mean,
or at least hiring the talent.
Yeah, but you get like, and if without the talent and the passion, you're going to get burnt out. And if you can't handle a crowd, you're definitely going to get burnt out.
Right.
Literally, like, you're going to be like, oh my God, did I sign up for this? You're going to be a one and done, like, oh, no, I can't do it. And when people start out in business, like you try, you see what other people are doing, and you do try it. Like, I'm not saying that I didn't try to do what other people did. I just know what worked for me and what did not work for me.
Makes sense.
What's for you is for you.
People are like, well, you can do this. I can, but I'm not, and I don't want to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, you know, I need a birthday shirt, or I'm sorry, I don't do those. Ain't nowhere on my page saying that I do birthday shirts. But here's a list of my following friends that do. Hit all of them up, and they will get you together.
There you go. There you go.
I'm keeping $1 black, and all money ain't meant to be mine.
Right.
Especially if you a headache, lose my inbox messages.
Lose my contact.
Go ahead, I'm right now.
Well, hold on.
I'll be there with you.
No, we can all go together because I've been trying to get this man out there.
Yeah.
He sucks. My boyfriend and I go pretty regularly. If I'm not working, I'm at the redo because it is a damn good time. It is like a grown-up party. It really is a grown-up party, and you are out being grown.
We were taking a break.
Yeah.
What you're saying is so important. The more people who have confidence in all money is not good money, it's not for me, the better we be. So I want your feedback. So when did you do the event? So this is my first month as being the actual person who runs and operates it by myself. Okay. And I've been really like requesting a lot of feedback from vendors on how we can make it better.
Well, when did she do it?
We did it from July of last year to July of this year, then to the work.
Man, hold on. Whatever month it was that she charged, and I want to say it was May.
Charged people to get in the door?
She charged people to get in the door.
On the event, right?
Yeah. It was $7, and like that was the only time that I ever did it, because that was the only time that I had available. Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm gonna try it,
and that killed it, didn't it? I mean,
when I tell you I was pissed, so then I hit her up. You need to give the people who had to deal with the people that were supposed to pay and didn't come, you need to give those vendors another opportunity for free. Yeah. So she was like, well, you can do it again. We're having a big thing in July, and that's $100. You missed the whole point of what I just said. I'm straight. And I told my friend, and I said, she ain't ever got to worry.
No, it was I'm glad that because I actually just got rid of the email because I was going to send out like a mass survey, like just asking people. That was dumb, because that was like the main thing. I felt like always, I was like helping her put it together, but it wasn't
my earrings.
I'm like, we should never charge you
on the shoulder that I had them.
It's right here, right there.
Oh, okay.
You don't charge to walk in the mall. You don't get charged to walk in the mall. And it just becomes too much to make a set process. It's okay to put it on a big price so that people know what's going on, but not to require a ticket.
Yeah, this one people had to pay.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then there was a vendor that had her kids
running around,
honey, and they kept running around. And I
little boys.
I will discipline the kids.
Yeah.
And so I had mugs, coffee mugs. Let one fall.
Yeah,
and I promise you. Your mom is paying for each and every one that falls. And I don't have a problem with grabbing an arm. Hey, boo, I'm going to need you to walk. So I called him over. You can holler at you real quick. I said, are you doing cartwheels? Are you outside? He was going to come in. Okay. Say that for when you go home. Walk through here. And I made him pinky promise. And I said, you break my promise, you break my heart. Every time he came around that table, he looked at me and he was walking. Now, what you do when you leave from around these parts, that's on you. But when you come right here, right, all that ceases.
Yeah, you better be walking.
Listen, I'm going to discipline everybody's kids in the world.
Well, do you have Instagram?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your Instagram?
Kings by Nikki, KINCS.
Okay, it's right here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna, and then for next month, I'll send you an inbox. If you're interested.
When is it?
Then, hold on, it's the third Friday of every month.
I'm already booked.
Yeah. But it's still, regardless, I'm gonna keep, and then you just tell me December, Because you gotta come and be a part. You have to.
Yeah, when you said that, I was listening to y'all like,
No, because it was a big debate. That's why we had a break off.
So even though we went over the time zones, she still got it. That stuff. So I'm not gonna argue with her. So we're gonna call a little bit. So I'm trying to run through it.
I just texted Nicole to see what time she was coming through.
Right.
So she's coming up here for something else. Oh, for WTMH anyway. Is having some what?
She was coming up anyway.
She was coming up here for WTMH to have some girls' night or something.
Here?
Honey, I don't know. She be talking. I didn't hear, and she was excited because Nikki was here and she wanted to see Nikki anyway. So I was gonna tell Nikki to stay. Because Nicole Swmpthing is coming up. And she was like,
yeah.
So Nicole, we love. She is our resident financial guru, and she comes every third Thursday and does money moves. Yep. We talk about, Black people getting their money together or whatever, and tips and stuff. So she is. She said, "Freeway, sad face, ain't looking good." Dude, everybody said it. The fact that it's still messed up though, right?
That's not a good look. Definitely not a good look.
Everyone.
Because this, when I shared the accident on 270, and a lady that lives near me, she said that there was an accident on Broad Street in front of the children's urgent care. I said, you know what? I'm going the back way when I leave here. I actually need to go to Michael's and get the King's for next week.
Is it easier for you to go to Michael's versus like ordering them like somewhere?
Yeah, not all places have the sizes that I like to use. So I'll go to Michael's and buy those in bulk because they have the pack.
Okay,
I just have to get multiple packs.
Yeah, my girls love to paint, so that's one thing they always put on their Christmas list is canvases. They love to paint.
I'm doing a pumpkin head paint party tomorrow. Where we paint pumpkins and turn them into black girls.
Oh, I saw that. Yes, that's awesome. It was really pretty.
I just shipped the last two out that I had made to Pennsylvania yesterday. So I'll be walking everybody through that one tomorrow because I don't have anything. Unless I go home and make one tonight.
Is that what normally people do? Just look at the one that you made and then
but I tell people don't mind. It's just an example. Like I want you to make it yours.
Right.
Yeah.
So is she gonna call or no?
She's getting the attitude now, so probably not. Probably. Oh, if she does, it's gonna be like at 7:45 after I told her an hour before her. She forgot. Breaking Ground Radio is Follow Local at Main Street Lab. We are still here having a grand on time.
Yo, we learning a lot, bro.
Definitely learning a lot, which we always anticipate. I mean, that's what the interviews are about, for us to learn more about the person that we have in front of us. So we're definitely living up to
that in the process of art, like in general, all the different forms of art that we cover on this show, and being an entrepreneur and the hard parts about it. People talk about being an entrepreneur, that's the way to real money, but what is the process to getting it? Like you have to really put in a lot of work, promote yourself. It is another job, but it's hopefully a job that you love. I don't know. It's something I dream about regularly, especially. So this is funny that you said that you were in education for so long. So I'm a second grade teacher.
Okay.
And I work in the bottoms.
Oh.
Yeah, honey. Yeah. Oh, everybody just says that. And
I've heard
they gave me this like sad, like, kind of look, and I'm like, yeah, it's rough. It is rough. It's rough because I have so much love for them, but you have to love them double time to make up for all that they have missed, because these are little babies that have had lives you couldn't imagine.
Oh yeah.
And so to love them through all that, just to chip away so that you can even put in a little bit of like, hey, let's learn how to write sentences. Let's learn how to how to add. well, let's learn what this sounds like. Boop, like to get them to buy in, to care about what I'm saying when they have so many issues going on at home, or I have one of my kids, her mom has lupus, so she comes a couple times a week. I have another kid whose mom is in and out of jail, so like he'll just show up and be like, sorry, my mom was in jail, and like it's real casual. And then another kid will be like, yeah, my dad's getting out of jail next Friday. And then another kid like gets picked up 45 minutes late. This happened today, and dude walks in smelling like the sweetest of the Chiba, and you don't know what to say other than the fact that you came in here without a small package for me is rude, and left your baby an extra amount of time. Like, bro, you could have picked her up, then went home and did this. Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, understand my time as well. Yep. And I've been here with them all day. And when I tell you, my lunch amounts to about 5 minutes in the day that I am away from my children. It's literally like I take them to lunch, and then I literally make copies while using the bathroom, while microwaving my food. Then upon the microwave ding, I take 2 bites, and then it's time to go back and get my kids. This is a daily recurrence. So it is,
it's a ministry.
I
say anybody that works with kids, because it's not the pay.
Oh, it's certainly not.
It's not the pay, so it has to be ministry, because I was never working with kids and I wasn't having any kids. And it's funny when you say what you're not going to do, because God will show you what you're not going to do. So I kind of like stumbled upon working with kids, and I was like mean, like I'm very stern. So first starting out, I was mean, like, yeah, I'm not your mom. And I'm not your friend. So you're not going to talk to me like that. They will go home like, oh, I can't stand Miss Nikki. I hate her. And the feeling is mutual, boo.
It be so real sometimes.
Are not going to jail, but we are going to learn to respect each other, because you're not going to like all kids. All kids are not going to like you. You are going to respect me, and I will respect you as well. Then once you get to know them, and then you get to know the household situation, but because I look so young, and my son says I don't dress like a mom, so the kids don't know. They think that I'm younger than what I am until I start talking to them, and I'm like, hold up, no, that's what we're not gonna do. Say that for your mom when she pick you up.
right.
And then like even the moms, will come in, they got attitudes, and I'm like, I didn't sleep with you last night. I didn't wake up with you this morning. Go ahead and drop that off at the door. When you come in, we gonna speak. Hey, how you doing? Yes, I'm not the best morning person, but I'm gonna say good morning.
Right.
You want to have a conversation? Text me, because I need to get to the bottom of this coffee cup, and I need my room to be quiet.
And you're welcome for everything I'm about to do and have done each and every day.
Everything that I do,
they don't thank you.
What Hispanic parents thank me every single day.
Honey,
thank
those
you.
are the best
Drop
parents
off,
ever.
Pick up, teacher appreciation, $25, $50 gift cards, stuff from
every year.
21.
They are the most loving. That is a true statement. And they are on top of their kids.
Listen.
They are on top of their kids. They will come in the middle of the day. What he said? What he did? What?
Right.
And tear his ass up and get him back to class. All right, he good now. Go ahead. I had a parent the other day. They're Muslim, and her baby got a write up. He's normally very well behaved, and I don't know. He's having a really off week, and he was really off on Tuesday. She kept him home Wednesday and Thursday. He came back to school today, and I was like, dude, where you been? You been sick? What's going on? He was like, nah, my mom said I couldn't come back because I was bad and I wasn't listening to you, so I needed to get it together. Okay. First of all, okay, thank you. Yes. Second of all, then I was like, but that's why you be struggling, because you don't have no consistency. Right. But at the same time, I appreciate what she was trying to do for me. That was lovely. If she could have taken 3, 4 more of y'all, it would have been wonderful. We would have really got some things set up in here. I'm sorry, is that your phone call?
Yes.
Is she on home?
Yes, but it's okay. No. It's all good. We
in here having a good ass time. We made us a new friend. Well, every time I bring somebody in here, I love them.
I mean, that's what we do. We know how to get the people in here. That's what we do. So, and We gonna still keep this thing rocking, man. Linus, you on the phone, baby girl? You there? Hello? Are you there? Are you there? Hey, how you do? How you? You there? All right. How?
Hey now.
How
Hey,
you doing?
what's up?
Say. Platinum? No, he's not.
Who's platinum?
No, this is Breaking Ground Radio. When does he usually air?
Who is this?
Okay. Well, I know. I was looking for Linus, little lady. Okay, you confused me. I was like, hold on now. How many names do we got here?
Oh, Leola, thanks for calling.
I know they do. No doubt. I appreciate it. Thank you. So this is the last conversation we had, just so you know. She asked about if we have multiple lines for you guys to be on. And I said, no, we only have one line. So if everybody's around, then we can talk. So I guess the message might have not been relayed, but yes, please. Hopefully you guys can get on whatever type of three-way, if they're still doing that these days with cell phones. And we'll be looking to talk to you here in the next few minutes then, okay? We'll be waiting. You did stand up for your girl, right? You represented for sure from the D.
Detroit, stand up.
Detroit, stand up.
Leola, stand up.
All right, you too. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Was somebody calling from Detroit?
So we supposed to, yes. We're supposed to have.
I was like, who? Platinum? Who is this?
Right.
Shout out to Leola.
Shout out.
That's
Shout
my
out
grandma's
to
name.
No doubt. We're one on time. But I think what happened is when we first talked, because of the mistakes we made in the past, I made it a point to see what time zone she was in, so we didn't get the time mixed up. Mm-hmm. And when we found out that we was an hour ahead, but I think even still, maybe with her schedule and everything else she's got on her mind, she might have forgotten that we had that conversation. So the time she was supposed to call was an hour from now, even though we already had the conversation. But it's all good.
It's okay, because you know what? Things happen, let's be positive.
Let's get Nicole's, because I feel like her response is gonna be fun. Were you even listening?
She's zoned out because she's like, I don't take excuses.
I was listening.
Shut up.
Ain't no redos.
I knew it.
Okay, well, can we how about this? While we waiting or figuring out what's happening, what is
so we need social media, like we need contact information, we need social media.
Oh yeah, we definitely need that.
How can people get with you? How can they? First of all, we already know, but tell them again just in case they might have forgot. Like they just can't come at you any kind of way. We figured that out from day one.
Woo!
So, but when they do,
and no birthday shirts.
When
she
they
did show making you no birthday shirt.
Miss her with the birthday shirt, all right? But
she don't care if it's Kiki's birthday. She don't want to.
She don't love you, okay?
Right.
She
is not Drake, and she is not making that shirt.
But how? But you know, social media, all that good stuff. You know, how can people get more information about the painting sips and stuff that you do, and all of that good stuff?
So I post a lot of stuff on my personal page, Nicole with an H, Burton. I also have a fan page, and that's Kinks by Nikki on Facebook, KINCS. Nikki is NICKI. And it's also Kinks by Nikki on Instagram, KINCSBYNICKI.
Kinks by Nikki on Instagram.
Yep.
Okay. And do they reach you for not only the paint sip stuff, but you know, to also have orders filled and stuff like that? They can go through those same channels.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
right.
And what typical articles do you normally create? Like, I know obviously earrings. I know I've seen T-shirts. I've seen ornaments.
I didn't know I was known as the earring lady until I've gone a couple places, and they're like, "You're the earring lady." I was like, "Am I? Okay, didn't know." So I paint on anything that's pretty much tacked down and knots. So I do shoes. I painted my friend's floor at her hair salon. I painted the floor in the dryer room. I need to finish the floor. Yeah, she painted it black, and then I did like some white writing hieroglyphs that I do with some words in it. I need to finish.
I'm sorry.
I need to finish a mural on a building. Right now, I'm working on tree toppers, Christmas ornaments, lampshades, and pillow shams for an event that's in November. And it's tree toppers. It's strictly a Black vendor event, and so a lot of the vendors come from out of town, and everything people make is handmade. So that one is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the King Arts Complex. It's November 16th, 17th, and 18th. On that Friday is the first look, and it's $10 actually to get in. But the money goes towards a scholarship fund. So
this is dope. So
everything is everything is freehand. That's my handwriting.
I mean, but how did you teeny tiny?
That's my handwriting.
Paint.
It's
right.
I wrote that.
Let me just say, first of all, I bought it because I saw this, and I was like, okay, so I saw them I was at a Rise Sister Rise event. My daughter is in Rise Sister Rise, which I don't know who you know that helps you get affiliated, but Sister Fran is like the queen of everything.
I used to work for Girl Scouts.
Okay, my daughter, like, we're in love and infatuated with everything that she does, and she invites my daughter to all these kinds of amazing things and to be a part of things. And I didn't even know there was going to be vendors at this particular event. I think it was
a fashion show.
I don't remember what it was. Yeah, that must have been what it was. And I just showed up, supported my child, like dropping her off. Like, oh man, my kid was acting a little bit. My youngest, I had brought her to, and she acted real funny, acting about like being around people. So I stayed, and I was walking around looking at stuff, and I was like, I didn't even know I was supposed to bring money. Like, I didn't know there was stuff to buy. And I wish they had told us, or if they did, I didn't listen. But I was so excited, and I was like, man, how am I going to make this decision? And I went to your booth probably like, I don't know, 10 times. And I know you probably was like, if she don't get some or walk away. Like, I just was like contemplating, like, which one will make the statement that I'm really trying to make. And I wanted these and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I didn't even see the back. And then I got them, and I was like, oh my God, I'm about to kill bitches with this watch. and so I love to wear them to work because the white ladies be always like, oh, your earrings are so interesting. Are they interesting? Are they? Look at the back. Slate, sparkle, repeat. And I don't know, like, it's one of those like ultimate like hair flip moments where you just be like, I know I'm dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you're infatuated with how dope I am, but it's that Black girl magic stuff. I was just really like, I just loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it. It makes you feel so powerful.
Yeah, so the earrings that I have, so I did a fashion show last Tuesday. I was supposed to be a part of Art of Curves, like Curvy Fashion Week, but it got canceled. And so my friend was like, do it anyway. You ready? You've been preparing. Do it anyway. And do it on the same day that you were going to do it there. All right, cool. So then people start stepping up. Hey, you need my daughter to model. She plus size, sending pictures. Sure. My friends are like, you need help? We'll come help you set up, whatever you need. If you need us to go run errands, whatever. So it was like, it wasn't a way for me to say, I'm not going to be able to do it.
Right.
I did it. Didn't realize how much stuff I had. So I had 6 models. Everybody that I asked said, yes, I'm available. I'll be there. Had 6 models, had 3 scenes. Didn't even realize like how much stuff I had. And it was cool. Like, I can do this. I was like, oh, I can do this again on a different scale. Yes. So
aren't them the chicks that the thing was for?
I don't know if that was the one they were part of or not. I know I think there's well, you know what, they probably.
Are they not the Curvy Girls? Is that not
they're not the art of. You said it was the Art of Curves.
Art of Curves.
I don't know if they use their name or not.
Oh, okay. No.
No, you're talking about the people that bake and cookies and stuff.
No, the show that's after us is their Curvilinear Radio. They're plus size models.
Oh.
Mary JB, Misha, and Kiki.
Don't know them.
No, okay. So maybe it could. I mean, that area I would assume is. Well, I don't know. I don't know how many groups of that they have. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were involved though.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they're probably.
Curve the Runway LLC presented it.
Yep.
Okay.
I thought that was them.
I don't know.
No,
or maybe they just be a part of it
last year at
part of it for sure.
The big place, the pretty place.
Zilla Milano.
Yes. Yeah,
like
no, that's a different group.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
it was big last year.
I know who that is. That's Christina.
Yes.
Yeah. Christina does amazing things, actually. I mean, there's struggles within it sometimes because there's so many people to coordinate and blah. I cannot even imagine the headache and all of the things that go with that. But it always turns out
Yola, you call me back?
Pieces. Stop.
It might be little lady this time. We're about to find out though.
All right, let's talk to her for real.
Breaking Ground Radio. Hello. What's up, Platinum? Can you hear us? Sorry.
I hate that sound.
I'm turning it down. Can you hear us?
And I don't make it no better.
Can you hear us, Platinum? Hello. She hung up.
I feel like okay.
We said hi. And she said hi. So I don't know.
She ain't gonna keep stressing me.
What happened with that? They're gonna call back in a second though.
Well, Leola got through, so we know the lines are
we know the line
working
works.
from the D. Wait a minute, so it's Platinum in the D?
I guess the whole group is in the whole group is in the D.
So it's a group?
The whole conglomerate. It's supposed to be manager and artist.
Oh, okay.
The same time zone.
I don't know.
I didn't think until we got like Chicago.
I think it's an hour off.
Yeah.
I
believe so.
Is it?
I think so. I think it's an hour off. Anywho, I've got some interesting news.
Let's hear it.
Okay, thanks. I mean, I've been over here waiting with all my trending topics that nobody cares about. But first of all, this was really interesting to me. There's a ton of cool stuff going on. But Kobe was just, I don't know if you know this, but Kobe just recently won an Oscar for
Kobe Bryant?
Yeah. For he made a short film called Dear Basketball. So obviously it was, well received and great. Well, recently he's also been doing. Is that mine or yours?
I just kind of.
Okay, I'm just gonna take it out. Anyway, so he's been making short films and he's interested in doing this, and so he's been participating in little small film festivals. Well, recently he was just removed from a film festival panel because of his 2003 rape allegation.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Because somebody went on change.org and they got like 150 signatures. Did you hear me say 150? Like as though that was thousands.
That's all they ever need. That's a lot.
And they petitioned and got him kicked off of the film festival. Now here's my whole thing is this man went to court and it was thrown out because she was a hoe. Is that the nice way to say it? And he did not really rape her, right? Which is why he was able to continue in basketball, why he was able to,
because she had proven history,
right? Yeah, and all that stuff. Like so. Here we are in 2018. I understand the hashtag Me Too movement, which I support and appreciate. And yay, women standing up for their rights as they should, and being heard the way they should be. Kind of not with the whole Brett Kavanaugh situation, but and at least in the film and movie and music industry. And now we have a situation where somebody has been proven innocent and we're going to still act like 15 years later he should still be accosted for something he was proven innocent of. I feel a certain type of way. I don't know what we can do about this, but
It's kind of some bullshit.
Yep, it definitely is.
I mean, there has to be a situation where we, you know, tried and true, they were, you know, innocent, and, you know, for him to have been found innocent when they wanted him to be found guilty, I think it should. We know they made it difficult for him to be proven innocent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for him to go through all of that, and 15 years later, the way they crucified everybody else, it'd be one thing if, you know, there was still some sketchy, you know, like, oh, I don't know, some lingering information. But for this to be tossed back in 15 years later because this man then just recently won an award, I think it's just, you know, them continuing to attack Black people. I don't think I think that was a witch hunt.
I agree, 110%. And the what you call it deserves his props because it was great material, you know, for him to do that. You know, I love
Dear
basketball. Yep. Yeah. All right. Let's see if we try this again. We had him on hold, so let's see if we can rock this out because we kind of running. Breaking Ground Radio, can you hear me? Okay, is this Miss Platinum? Yes, I can.
We hear you, girl.
You're loud and clear over here. How are you? Good. Talk a Hey, good. What's going on? I understand. I think we got a little confused with the time zones, but that's okay. We're gonna make it happen anyway. First of all, thank you very much for giving us a call. We sure do appreciate it. You know, this is Breaking Ground Radio. We pride ourselves in you know, giving artists and stuff like yourself the opportunity to get on the radio and continue to push your movement. So with that being said, give us a little brief history about yourself. Who are we talking to? All that good stuff. Okay. Oh, wow! And you said the movie has already been released. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Dope. That's dope. Now, I know you mentioned, and I definitely want to make sure we brought this up, but the Carpet Affair, the Black Excellence Carpet. Can you talk a little bit more about that? Because that really struck my attention just reading that, because I think it's something that needs to be more of, especially put on by us.
It's all about the Black carpet. We trying to change it from the red carpet because I feel as though we make a lot of money for the industry. We bring great value to the industry.
Yeah, we do.
Like, and it can be hosted, it can be radio, which you guys are doing. It can be TV, hosted, it can be promoting music. I mean, dancing, anything. We bring great value to the industry, period. So I believe we need our own Black carpet. Walk on in that Black carpet, it represents our color, it represents our talent, our kids, our slaves and their brothers, our fathers and mothers, our strength, you know, and basically most of all,
Absolutely.
We're taking this carpet, to build a platform not only for ourselves, because we have now joined and merged with collective Black people which is the Black government owned since 1921. They support all Black businesses, so Black
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. No, that she there still. No, that's great. I just yeah, and I was gonna ask that, and you kind of answered that, just how people can get in touch with you to be more involved with that, because I think, you know, even beyond the music, and you know, everybody's doing music in the studios and stuff like that, and you know, everybody's saying how we support one another and everything. And I don't know what you know about Columbus or its music scene, but you know, you got the group that does, and kind of the group, it's kind of like the have and have not. So, you know, to have something that you're doing with that, and inviting, almost, whoever that is making moves in, and not only the music industry, but just, entrepreneurs in general, I think is a huge joint. So definitely salute to you for that. Now we're gonna definitely get into music now. So we were talking about, we do all of that and we do music too, right? Okay, so how do you find yourself not overwhelmed, but trying to divide, like, does your time ever get thin and trying being the entrepreneur, businesswoman, and artist all at once? Right. 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 Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yep. Yes. Right. Right. Yeah, the bio was impressive. I mean, for you to be around and opening up stages for artists like you have, a lot of them from the South and stuff like that. I mean, that definitely plays to the tenure of how long you've been around and doing what it is you've been doing. So, for a lot of people. No, I was just gonna say, for a lot of folks who's been around for a while, it's not often that you see them also giving back at this point in their career. So for you to be doing what you have done, and then now understanding what it means to the community as a whole to give back. I mean, I salute you for that, for sure. Mm-hmm. Wow. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. Absolutely. Right. I hear you. But yeah. No doubt. Mm. Right. I got you. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, what I wanted to say, and I hate to have to do this because, like I said, I know we kind of got confused on the time and we're running really short. But I really want to make sure that we played the song "They Don't Know Me," and I really wanted to give you guys the opportunity to go ahead and introduce that, so we can make sure we have that as part of the interview reel and get our listeners and your listeners, supporters, a chance to listen to it here on Breaking Ground Radio. So, and yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I definitely want you guys to go ahead and introduce it so that it can be official. And but before you do that, please let everybody know how they can reach you, where they can find the music, social media, all that. Oh, yes, I do. That's the one we want to do. We want to do It's Official. Okay, yep, no problem. I have that queued up too as well. Hey, turn up. So what are we about to listen to, Tay? All right, no doubt. And again, we'll definitely try to get something going here in the next 2 weeks. We can have a longer period of time. But I definitely appreciate you guys' time for calling us thus far. We're going to rock this joint. We're going to put it in our rotation for the next few weeks as well. Try to get everybody here in Columbus to rock with y'all movement, all right? For sure. Yes. No doubt. No doubt. We appreciate y'all. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of myself, Tiff L, Just Do It. Nikki over here straight chilling. We're going to get into the home, girl. It's official right here. Breaking Ground Radio, WTMH. Let's go. We appreciate y'all. Thanks again. Turn up.
Hello.
I thought it was a song.
I did too.
Is it? Hold on.
Why did she? That song's 20.
They've been in here.
I know. They can't be early. Yeah,
I didn't realize you meant downstairs. I went outside the hallway. I was like, okay.
Well, we're walking out, about to take a picture right now, but then we can. I know. Okay.
You got that feeling.
Yeah, it's real.
I think it is supposed to rain, and that's gonna make it even colder when it does.
Stop talking about being cold.
It's already 30 something.
Why though?
I just voted for us
right now.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Have y'all been voting for us?
Yeah, I'm voting.
Every day.
Oh, you can do it more than one?
Yeah, you do it more than one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on it.
You're supposed to vote for yourself every day.
Every day.
And I just voted for us
It's just
twice
so
right
long.
now.
It's so long.
God,
And you gotta fill the whole thing out.
you have to feel like, because if you was some stuff, I'm like, I don't know these people. So
Oh,
I'm like, just
I
know
don't know.
it.
That's
You
what
don't gotta fill out everything.
You have to
you
fill out
can't
everything.
submit it unless you do the whole thing.
thing.
Have you not had that problem?
It just says submit. I didn't click for everybody. I clicked for
Because
people
I
I
tried to
knew.
do it and I
No, I mean, but did you go through each poll? Did you vote for somebody on each different poll?
I'm telling you, I skipped like 6 of those because I didn't know who to vote for. I ain't gonna randomly vote.
Oh, I had to randomly vote the first time. I was like, I
No,
don't
Nah, because they might be, they might be white. I ain't put my name
If
on
I saw
that.
a name that I
was
recognized, I voted for them.
I start with that W. Nah, they wasn't getting no votes from me.
Oh,
It was cold.
well, out there,
Right here?
it's cold.
Yes, it's freezing. Yeah, Nicole's waiting downstairs. She said the door is locked downstairs.